Hello, everyone. My name is Sonia Scott, and I am in my last year with the MLIS program, which I started back in 2015. I'm not able to take a class every semester, so spring, summer, I usually do not take classes. I haven't been taking classes, I should say, during that particular time. But I must say that I really enjoyed learning and that I hope to one day work in the academic setting of a library. And it's been really tough at times, but it's been challenging and not too hard where I didn't overcome the challenge. And so I really appreciate the learning experience that I've had thus far. I not only have classes at Wayne State University, but I'm also an employee with Wayne State, and I have been for over 12 years. But I might be a little older than most of the students in the class, only because I'm a grandmother of 3. I started school back in the 60s as a youngster. I can remember when my older brother and sister started school, that I was left at home and really wanted to learn and go to school with everybody else. I felt left out. And then they would come home and they would do their reading and everything, and I would not know, how to do that, and it would make me a little sad. So when my turn came to finally go to school, it was in the first grade that I can really remember reading on my own. I remember being read to in kindergarten. During story time, we would gather around on the floor, and our kindergarten teacher would read to us. And then I would get a book when I got home. I don't know what book it was, but I would just flip through the pages and pretend like I was reading when I actually wasn't reading yet. But the first grade, my teacher's name was Miss Bell. We had a storybook called My Little Red Book. And that's where I began to really learn how to read. You're learning the small words, and then you being able to compound the words and make sentences and so forth. That was so exciting and fun for me. I really enjoyed it. And I really excelled in school. And I really, really enjoyed it. It was a wonderful experience through elementary school, on through high school, and then on to college. But one of the other things I wanted to mention was I don't do much reading for pleasure as an adult. I did more pleasurable reading as a child, but a lot of stories seem to have gotten away from me that I can't remember. I know Dr. Seuss, like most of us have read Dr. Seuss, Cat in the Hat and Green Eggs and Ham and things of that nature. So I do remember reading things like that. And then there were some other little stories I would read during our library time, which was part of our afternoon classes when I was a kid in school. But as an adult, I didn't get into reading much. I remember I used to fuss at my daughter because she would still be in the bed reading when she should have been sleeping under the covers with a flashlight, and she had school the next day. But she really enjoys reading and have been reading for years. And I'm going to get to that point, because right now I'm basically just reading as an adult, reading magazines and newspaper articles and online articles, and I'm really not reading for pleasure like I want to get a good story or a good nonfiction or fiction book and just read it from cover to cover. I never really do that, and that's what I would like to do.